when it comes to dating, I believe that choosing people that choose you is oftentimes a superior approach than just chasing people and just trying to make them to choose you, which oftentimes doesn't really work. I'm gonna drop some hard statements in this video, so hopefully you understand what I mean. I'm not saying any of this with like bad intentions. So yeah, let me explain fully what I mean with this. Before I do so, however, just quickly subscribe to this YouTube channel for more life bettering content. Now let's go. I have to admit, I kind of like see this personally more often in women than I do in men. And of course, this has reasons which I'm not going to go into in this video, but I'm talking about the phenomenon of wanting somebody to choose you, or like a certain type of person or people to choose you, but they don't really feel the same for you necessarily. Like you maybe keep chasing them and like you kind of like get used, but at the same time you want something serious from them, and they like give you like crumbs of like hope sometimes, but they don't really want something serious from you as well. And that's like a typical situationship story. So either those people are just assholes which use people, in that case just disengage, you deserve somebody better, or, and let me get real here now, you don't really deserve that person or people like that. I see that with men who want like the perfect like 10 out of 10 brunette or blonde, which is just loyal, loves them for who they are and just accepts them fully and cooks for them and blah blah blah, the whole fucking story. But they themselves on average for the other gender are like a 4 out of 10 on the attractiveness scale. Of course, I also see this with women who want the perfect 10 out of 10, like 6'5" man, which is like super rich, loyal, just jacked and blah blah blah, like everything again. But here as well, for most men, these women would be categorized as like just sleepers and not really like wife material, so to speak. And trust me, like if you end up in that category, super hard to get out there, basically like almost impossible, and the perfect man that you want most definitely will not choose you. So yeah, no big news here, but people are delusional in what they want and what they can actually get. Of course, I'm also just a human being, so the same applies for me as well. Not bashing on others here fully, like of course this applies to me the same way it does to all other people. Now, the big question in the room of course here is now, should you lower your standards for your life partner? And that's a really tough question, and the answer looks something like partially yes and partially no. It really just comes down to what's like super important for you and what's like less important for you. But I would say the most important thing is up the standards for yourself. And I'm saying this with caution, huge caution, because what I really don't want to happen is, let's say for example, a man lowers his standards, so to speak, and chooses a, for him, somewhat like not that attractive girl. And then once the opportunity strikes to do something with a girl he finds truly attractive, he's going to cheat. And he does that in like a 10-year marriage with like 2 kids or something. Really, really bad situation. I don't want this to happen at all. And once again, of course, this can go the other way around as well. So don't just choose out of the pool of people that choose you. You don't have to like choose that one like weird guy which like constantly tells you how much he loves you and he just constantly lies at your feet, but you don't really like him like at all. One of the, I'd say, 2 main ideas of this video is again like choose out of the pool of people that choose you. And I think overall that generally speaking is the better strategy. Yeah, I mean, what you kind of want to do is like optimize your strategy in a way where you can pretty quickly see or differentiate pretty harshly between the people who clearly choose you and the people who don't. I think that's like essentially the crucial step here. It's like your strategy of going about it where you can instantly differentiate, or like not instantly, but you can definitely differentiate between people who choose you and people who don't. And so if you choose people from the pool of people that choose you, what will this get you? What are the advantages? Well, first of all, it will just save you so much fucking time. I mean, we're talking about like multiple years here, but we're also talking about like nerves, mental space, negative emotions, which you're going to avoid. And I mean, just live a better life. And I mean, like at a very basic level, this sounds like super fucking obvious. I mean, I'm not telling you something like very controversial, I think personally. Instead of trying to choose people which clearly don't choose you and which will never do something serious with you, it's just way more logical to choose people that also choose you. I think that's just plain logical. Of course, chasing after people which really don't choose you can be fun. It can be really exciting. You will go through a lot of like ups and downs and everything, and like just psychologically this will just be like way more fun, so to speak. Like fun is like it's kind of like a weird concept here. Yeah, it will just be way more exciting, let's say like this. I'm not like somebody who's commanding you to do something. I'm just laying out like a concept or idea here. You don't necessarily have to agree. You can do whatever you fucking want. Just know that if you do that, if you chase people and choose people who don't choose you, you will lose a lot of time, nerves, you will have a lot of negative emotions. And on top of that are also just like so many other costs which you might not be able to comprehend fully. And I think what's like truly just very important, like if you take away like one thing from this video, then I'd say it's this: start with yourself here, because the better you are, the bigger the pool of people who choose you will be, and also just the better, like in that pool will be more quality people. So start with yourself. I think this is like essentially the most important step of this video. Hopefully you were able to learn something from this video. If you did, like it. You can also subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to see like more life bettering content. And of course you can also follow me on Instagram. Link for that is in the description down below. Just like another video I link for you, which might be very interesting for you. With all of that being said, I hope you have a great fucking day, and let's fucking go.